Nowadays, with the rise of technology, we all use all kinds of apps on our smartphones to communicate with our friends and family, meet new people, and stay connected everywhere we go. But the question is, are we really connected? My name is Ilian, and together with my fellow students Yehona, Marius, Jem, and Lian, we created an innovative concept for a social app that aims to provide a real human interaction and brings meeting people online to the next level. This is it, GoOut. And as the name implies, it is intended to make people meet in real life and establish a connection beyond the meaningless chatting online. Now let me show you how it works. When you open the app for the first time, it guides you through a phone verification and a short profile setup process with some basic questions. Then the interesting part starts. The app has two subdivisions, both of which have different features but fulfill the same purpose to bring people together outside of the online environment. You have the choice of which service to enter, Ask Out or Hangout, depending on what you want to do. Ask Out is the dating part of our app. You choose it when you want to go on a real-life date in a fast, easy and secure way. Hangout, on the other hand, is a place where you can find friends and meet up with new people in just a few clicks. Now let's go through both subdivisions and see how they function. When you enter Ask Out, you will continue setting up your profile by answering some questions regarding your dating preferences, after which you will add a profile picture and then complete another 2 steps of our verification process after you already verified your phone number. Here you need to do a face and social media verification to ensure that all users are authentic. Then you are finally ready to explore the app. You can scroll through the profiles of other users. When both you and the other person swipe right to each other, then there is a match and you can start texting. Once a conversation is initiated, you have 48 hours to get to know each other. After the time for texting is over, an automatic Ask Out invitation is being sent to both of you. This is one of the main features of the app. If you accept it, the app will launch a date point selection process. A series of questions will follow up regarding the preferred place and setting up of the date. In the end, you can select the concrete place from our database that matches the preferences of both of you. Now let's explore the revolutionary new part of the app which we added this semester, Hangout. The idea behind it is that people can use a concept similar to the one of dating apps, but only for socializing, meeting new people, organizing group meetups or parties, and finding friends when moving to a new city. This is how it works. When you enter it for the first time, similar to Ask Out, you will need to answer some preference questions regarding what you want to use the app for, what your interests are, and also your specific COVID-related requirements. These requirements were added in order to adapt the app for usage during the pandemic and make it more corona-proof. After the question round, you're all set and ready to hang out. Now you can choose between the two modes. The people nearby location-based mode allows you to set some filters regarding what types of people you want to be shown and then lets you explore like-minded people near you. You can easily approach someone by initiating a conversation with them. The other mode is the Events Nearby mode, which presents you with already created group events or meetups of more than 2 people. You can request to join an event by clicking the Join button. Moreover, you can also create an event by clicking on the button in the top right. Then you can fill in the information about your event, post it, and wait for people to join.
After you saw what our app is, it is time for us to explain the process of getting to this final idea and the extensive research that was conducted. First, we will start with the decision of where the app will be launched, which we made through country screening. We decided to choose between Germany and Netherlands because these markets are close to us. After weighting all criteria and researching the data for each country, we got to the conclusion that we will launch GoOut in Germany, since it performs better. After selecting the country, we defined the problem that GoOut will solve through secondary research. The first problem is that Germans are generally not comfortable with asking a person on a date, and they expect the other person to do it. According to Statista, 94% of German women and 53% of men are too nervous to invite on a date, while 35% of German dating app users in general find it exhausting when the other person shows no initiative in planning the date. The second problem that was added this semester is that young Germans are moving to new cities where they need to socialize. This problem is an opportunity for us because big cities attract young people, which would be our potential users. An example is that according to Euromonitor, 70% of newcomers in Berlin and Hamburg are between 25 to 40 years old.
After we defined the problem statement, we conducted 2 interviews with 100 responses and over 30 interviews with Germans to validate these statements. The following insights were obtained. First, people are tired of long and pointless texting sessions, while meeting and communicating in person is preferred by most respondents. In addition, some are too nervous to invite someone on a date, and also security is a big issue for them. A higher level of security when using the app is therefore needed. Furthermore, the majority of respondents stated that they need a way to meet new people faster when moving to another city. After defining the problems and validating them, we improved our value proposition canvas, which shows how GoOut and Hangout together solve them. On the right hand side, you can see our customer. His jobs to be done regarding dating are logically to go on a date. However, in this improved value proposition, there are also non-dating related jobs to be done, which are to find friends or to find people to hang out with. His pains regarding dating are too much time wasted in texting, the fact that it's hard to decide on a date point and what activity to do, the lack of real-life interaction, and also the fear of fake profiles. The non-dating related pains are no social life and difficulty in finding friends. Looking to the left-hand side, we have our app GoOut with the 2 subdivisions, GoOut and Hangout. Each of them relieves different customer pains through their different pain relievers. GoOut does it with a limited texting window that saves time, a list of places and activities for an easier decision, a profile verification that brings security, and the whole meeting in person focus of the app that brings the real interaction. Hangout, however, provides a network of like-minded people that makes finding friends and socializing only a few clicks away. Going to game creators, GoOut has features like the automated GoOut feature that removes the pressure of inviting, the date activity proposals that provide an experience, and finally, the date scheduling through voting that makes the process easy and fun. Hangout, on the other hand, has filters for selecting the right people according to everyone's preferences, as well as a location-based feed showing people nearby and an events mode, which together create a fast way to socialize. In order to improve our USP so that it describes in detail what the product is about and how it stands out from the competitors, we used the 6-step USP approach. Using this approach, the following USP statement was created. Meeting people online has never been faster, easier, and more enjoyable. In order to gain more understanding of the industry, a Porter's 5 forces analysis was conducted. We found out that the competitive rivalry is high, because there are many apps on the market which offer online dating services, although only one has some kind of a feature for finding friends. Furthermore, the market is diverse in terms of the specific way each app differentiates itself from the competition. Also, the dating app market in Germany has been steadily growing in the recent years, and it is forecasted to grow by 12% in 2025, reaching 112 million euros according to Statista. This will make competitors invest more to gain market power. Other important factors are that switching costs are low, and therefore companies try to implement different features to make users stay with them. The main conclusions were that the market is saturated with identical apps which are easy to substitute. Therefore, the only way to success is through emphasizing on differentiation.
Furthermore, we made an analysis of the existing alternatives. It was especially important for us to know which features the competition uses to retain their customers. For example, Lavu has live streams, while on Bumble only women can start a conversation. We also wanted to know what prices the different apps charge for their services and how many monthly users they have. It was important to know which security and verification measures the apps use and which general target group they aim at. All these details are provided to you in the handout. After looking at the competition, we decided to graphically represent how GoOut will be positioned in between other apps and what the brand image will be. As visible on the graph, the app is placed more towards the niche side because it is intended for a specific type of users who are adventurous and spontaneous. On the x-axis, the criteria chosen were related to dating only, since the friends feature of the app is more unique and cannot be compared. Here GoOut is placed neutrally because the app is equally suitable for serious relationships and hookups.
Now it's time to talk about the marketing mix of GoOut, for which we used the 5 Ps. For the product part, everything was already described in detail, so we'll go direct to place. In order to have a starting point, we want to focus on the 6 biggest cities in Germany, because when the app is new, it will need a lot of users being close together, and this is only possible if the app is used in big cities. The app will be launched in Munich, Berlin, Frankfurt, Cologne, Hamburg, and Dortmund. The launch will be through geofencing, and the app will be advertised only within this imaginary radius around the city. That way, the marketing expenditure will be more efficient and resources will not be wasted. Next is the people part. Since our app is focused more on the younger segment, we decided to target the segment of 18 to 35-year-old people. To measure the size of our target group, we used Facebook Analytics and looked only at people between 18 and 35 who are using Instagram and live in one of the 6 cities. Here is the number of people per city, which add up to the total of almost 3.9 million potential users. After defining the target group, we used our primary research to create 4 different user personas, 2 for AskOut and 2 for Hangout. Starting off with the AskOut personas, first is Thomas, the free-spirit daredevil. He is an extroverted, adventurous person who gets frustrated by endless texting and long discussions of where to meet. His main goals are to find someone for a non-committing hookup. The second persona is the hopeless romantic girl named Sarah, who strives for a serious relationships where emotional connection is more important than looks. She gets frustrated when the conversation lasts too long. Now let's go to the Hangout personas. The open-minded Emil has no special contacts in Cologne, which makes him frustrated. He is using Hangout to find friends to play basketball with or just hang around. The last persona is the young, wild and free Alena. She is in a relationship and only uses the app to meet new people that are open for crazy and memorable adventures. She wants to find friends to go out with and explore the city of Berlin. Let's continue with the price aspect. Since the market is highly competitive, GoOut will enter it with a penetration pricing strategy. We will charge a slightly cheaper price than others in the beginning to attract some of their customers. Then after the app increases its popularity, we will start implementing a value-based pricing strategy. We created 2 subscription plans named Silver and Gold, together with the free version, which will make AskOut the most affordable alternative when it launches. Also, the difference between the prices of Silver and Gold creates the so-called decoy effect, which means that we will keep the price of the Silver plan very close to the one of Gold to make the second option seem like an obviously better deal. Next is promotion. Since the market is highly competitive, we'll use the differentiation generic strategy in order to set GoOut apart from other apps. Regarding the marketing channels, we'll reach to the potential users with paid advertising on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and TikTok, because our target group is most active on social media according to Statista.
Now we are coming to our 4 revenue streams. These will be premium accounts, ad placements, in-app purchases and business listings. When it comes to the premium account, the way we will generate money is very straightforward. As seen on the slide, users subscribe to have the extra feature and pay a monthly fee to us. With ad placements and in-app purchases, things are still very clear. We will get paid per click or per impression of an ad that is displayed, while customers will also have the ability to buy extra features separately from their subscription plan at extra cost. The last revenue stream, which is business listings, means that local businesses can pay to be featured in the date point scaling option of GoOut. Here they can offer special offers or discounts for our users while they get more customers through our app. As you can see on the slide, those businesses pay us a commission for every scheduled date on their location, so it's a win-win situation for both. We also created an estimated revenue model with a worst, base and best case scenario. Here you can see the base case, in which the estimated revenue from the premium subscriptions per year is 218,000 euros. The detailed calculations you can review in the handout.
When it comes to the cost structure, we identified 3 types of costs: the initial development costs, which are fixed, the marketing expenses and the maintenance costs that are variable. In the long term, all costs are variable, because the app is only developed once. On the following table you can see the total cost for the first 3 years of operation, which were estimated to be around 260,000 euros. In the handout you can see a detailed overview of the calculation of the marketing expenses per 6 months, which are our main costs.
In order to describe the full range of activities that GoOut uses to create value, a value chain was created. The users of the application will be attracted by advertisements on various social media sites, billboards, influencers, and email marketing. This will help us expand the application faster and cost-efficient. Profit will be ensured through the 4 previously mentioned revenue streams, while the services that GoOut offers will help users meet new people faster. Lastly, all the activities together add value for the main driver of our app, the users.
In order to measure the success of the app, 2 different key performance indicator sets were created. The first set is the number of new monthly subscription and the subscription cancellation rate. The second one is the number of business partner, which is connected to the number of dates scheduled to sponsored locations.
Here we can give you a brief overview of the improvements on our application. By connecting all different pieces of the lean model canvas, we complete the puzzle of our research. The parts that were improved the most or completely redone this semester were problem statement, value proposition, USP, industry analysis, marketing mix, revenue model, and cost structure. All of the presented improvements lead to the completion of our concept. Now it is your turn to tell us. Would you invest in our idea and help us turn GoOut into the next revolution in social applications?